Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday morning, November 7th. Um, a lot, not all, a lot of Republicans have been crashing out pretty hard since Tuesday night's election results came in and Democrats won basically everything there was to win nationwide. Two of the people who are crashing out particularly hard are Donald Trump and Steve Bannon. Donald Trump is now threatening members of his own party in the United States Senate to do away with the filibuster so that they can then pass all kinds of voter suppression legislation that would go hand in hand with Donald Trump's other efforts to steal the House of Representatives from Democrats for Republicans in the 2026 midterms so that he doesn't spend the next all of 2027 and 2028 getting impeached like literally every other week. Donald Trump is scared to death of a Democratic House of Representatives during the last 2 years of his second term. Steve Bannon is freaking out all over the place. The bathtub meth impresario and professional hobo freaked out on Wednesday and urged Donald Trump to just simply undo all of the election results from Wednesday or from Tuesday, election day. Two things I would do, Steve Bannon told Politico. Number one, get Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon and the Justice Department to go out and file a lawsuit against this scam of Gavin Newsom on the redistricting plan that went against the Constitution of the state of California. They just filed their sixth lawsuit on that issue. The first five were thrown out by judges. I would get the Justice Department to file suit, go get a temporary restraining order immediately, and hit this thing and drag it out for a year. That's not going to work. Number two, I would get Department of Homeland Security, the State Department, and the Justice Department looking immediately at New York City Democratic Mayor-elect Zoran Maldani, who I am convinced did not get citizenship in a fair and honest way, and get those two things rolling. He has absolutely no evidence whatsoever that Zoran Maldani did not gain his citizenship through legal means. He's just being an Islamophobic bigot. Bannon urged the president to listen to Mamdani's post-election speech in which he directly challenged the president, who has threatened to withhold federal support for New York City if Andrew Cuomo did not win. Quote, there should be even more than alarm bells, Bannon said. There should be flashing red lights all over, because Mamdani dared to stand up to Donald Trump and name him. You're going to see a whole new group of Mamdanis in these major urban cities because they're just flooded with immigrants, right? That's where his vote came from, principally. And the progressive left, these kids have come up through the public school system. This is the flower of what the progressive left has delivered over the last 40 or 50 years. You saw it tonight, and people, we're going to have a fight on our hands. His speech tonight could not have been nastier or more aggressive. He mocked Cuomo, and he went after Donald Trump by name, yada, 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 yada. Then he gave another speech to some academy or something where he said, as God is my witness, if we lose the midterms in 2026 and if we lose the presidential election in 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included. They're not going to stop. They're getting more and more radical, and we have to counter that. And what do we have to counter that with? You have nothing, Steve, because Donald Trump is never going to be on a ballot ever again. And when Donald Trump, as Tuesday night showed, when Donald Trump personally is not on the ballot, a lot of his supporters just simply don't show up to vote because they're not Republicans. They're Trump supporters. Then the third article that caught my eye. So yesterday, Donald Trump, he said next year in 2026, I'm going to be focused on affordability. I'm going to be focused on the affordability. And then later on in the day, he was like, all of our prices are coming down. I don't want to hear about the affordability. So Uncle Touchy's getting a little cranky. But Steve Bannon said that Trump is focused on the affordability crisis and called to deport everyone who has an H-1B visa. which are high-skilled tech workers. Apparently that would solve the affordability crisis if we get rid of everybody in the United States who has an H-1B visa. It's only like 500,000 people, man. It's not that many people. In a country of 330 million, it's not like there are 50 million people with H-1B visas in this country. But anyway, Steve Bannon said the following. President Trump, as you know, has been working nonstop on this stuff, but I think he realizes, hey, it's affordability and growth, Bannon said, after making the case that Democrats won their sweeping election victories on Tuesday night by championing those issues. That's the same issues that Trump ran on in 2024. Affordability, bringing prices down, day one. He's going to bring prices down on day one for groceries, eggs, gas. He's going to bring prices down on day one. We are 10 months in. And grocery prices are through the fucking roof. Beef is like $12 a pound. Ground beef. $12 a pound. It was like $7 2 years ago. Anyway, Bannon said, we've got to get the jobs, particularly jobs, making sure that lower administrative management and tech is not completely wiped out and eviscerated. Currently, there have been more layoffs this year in 2025 than there have been since 2003. More layoffs this year than any year in the last 22 years. So much for those administrative management jobs. Because that's where it's going. And these kids need jobs, kids coming out of college, I guess. This is one of the reasons for the anger in young people. Cost, the burden of college loans, the debt, all of it. And there's no jobs, or no great jobs, as there should be. Bannon continued, adding, number one, guys, you've got to deport. I hate to say, but you've got to deport all of the visa scams that came here to take jobs. You want a brutal fact for young people? Focus. Otherwise, you're not going to have it between artificial intelligence and importing cheap labor. And I have great news on H-1Bs and Rosemary Jenks. I don't know who that is. She'll be here next week to actually roll out some of the stuff behind the scenes we're working on. Rosemary Jenks is another rock star. So apparently Rosemary Jenks is the person who's going to get rid of all of these H-1B visa holders. Bannon has long been opposed to companies bringing in foreign workers on H-1B visas, something that fueled his split with Elon Musk, who defended the visas as a key part of the U.S.'s tech growth in recent years. I mean, or, we could address the billionaire oligarchs and the fact that it's like people like Zuckerberg, Bezos, Elon Musk just got a $1 trillion pay package yesterday. But yeah, it's immigrants that are causing all the problems. It's immigrants. They will look at anything but white men.